So now we are on YouTube too. Hello, people from YouTube. My name is Gabriele, and I will guide this immersion here. Today, we are going to talk about what makes you, you. And let me explain a little bit how TNT works. TNT is a language platform for several languages, especially English. All immersion meetings are not regular classes, so I'm not a teacher, I'm a student too. And this is a place to have a free conversation to a specific topic. We have some questions to guide this immersion, and we have some rules to make this immersion more enjoyable. The first one is to be respectful. The second one is don't be afraid to make mistakes. I commit several mistakes, and maybe you also. And if you have some if you don't remember some word in English, please tell it in Portuguese. It's not a problem. You are free to make mistakes here. And the third one is to have fun. Remember that this is a place to have fun. Okay, guys? As we are in 11 here, I will create two more rooms to make the conversations flow better. And if you receive an invite to go to another room, please accept. If you don't receive any invites, please stay in the main room, all right? So just 1 minute, then we start the conversation. So guys, see you later. Bye-bye. Have a good conversation. So, hello guys. Let me see. Fernando, can you start to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Fernando. I'm 34 years old. I live in Brasilia. I work as an administrative assistant in the public service. And I'm here on TNT since last December, but I took 3 months, three months out during this period, and then I came back because I really enjoy this exchange of thoughts. And yeah, that's it basically.
So, thank you, Fernando. And how about you, Leticia? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello guys. My name is Letícia. I am 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I am at the college now. I have been here in Talking Talks since April, I think, to practice my English, and I really like here. It's a good place to practice and to learning. That's it.
That's so nice. Thank you, Leticia. And you, Isabel, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So my name is Isabel. I'm 22 years old. I live in Florianópolis, south of Brazil. And I'm talking since January of this year, just to study English right now. And I'm finished my graduating graphic design. And I work in a company from Joinville, so I work from home by now. And I live with my family as well.
Thank you, Isabel. So my name is Gabriele. I'm 31 years old. Next month it's my birthday, and I will become old. No, just in the next month. But I really like to do birthday. I don't know if it's to do birthday or to it's my birthday. Yeah, I think it's the correct pronoun is do. Fernando, help me, but I'm not sure.
Celebrate. It's a good
Celebrate.
option.
Yeah, I really like to celebrate my birthday, but it's just the next month. So I'm a food engineer and I work as a science entrepreneur. I don't have kids, I don't have brothers and sisters. I live in Rio de Janeiro, but I'm from Pelotas, a city in the south of Rio Grande do Sul. Um, I think that's it, guys. I tried to maintain the same things that you mentioned in your introduction, like age, where you live, profession, or if you study something. And the question number two, it's a little bit similar to question number one, but you need to try to describe yourself without mentioning your profession, physical aspects, and life background. Like, oh, I'm from Pelotas, or I live with my parents. You need to be more profound in your description, all right? So, Leticia, can you start?
Oh, it's so difficult, Gabi. I don't know, but I think that I really love breakfasts. I am a fair person, so I try to be fair in all situations that I can. I love finding accepts from books and then reading the book and understand the context. Because sometimes I don't like so much as the first time that I meet. I don't know. I am indecision person in some situations, and I'm trying to change it because it's difficult. And I really like to observe the places where I go, and that's it. I am a loving person too. I really like to take care the people who I love, and that's it. I think it's difficult.
Yeah, it's a difficult question, but you go well. I really like your answer. And you mentioned that about fairs. I really like to go to fairs. It's one of my favorite places to visit on the weekend. And yeah, it's I think I can describe me using the same words about fair. Like I really like breakfast, and I really like to go fairs and take some breakfast or like a lunch with here in Brazil, especially in Rio de Janeiro. We go to fairs in the middle of the day and uh, bu- buy something to eat, like a caldo de cana and pastel, and it's a good thing to do on Saturdays, for example. And how about you, Fernando?
This is very difficult. You know that. You know how difficult it is for me to describe myself. But I would say that, well, I'm Fernando, one more time. I have a son, and this is an important part of describing myself because I love spending time with him. He's the person that I like spending time the most. I would say that I am a person with a lot of curiosity because I'm curious about everything. If you talk about an artist that you are listening to, I will probably search about it because I'm very curious. I have this curiosity, and in life in general, since I was a child, I like to search about everything to learn things. Actually, I wrote down the name of the artist of the video, Kate Nash, because I like this song. So I will search later. And I am an overthinker as well. I think a lot about things, about the things that I've said, the things that I should have said. So I think a lot, and that's not good. That's it.
Oh, I'm a overthinking person too, but I think I'm a person that create a lot of scenarios in my mind. Some of these, of course, but other ones just stay in my imagination. And I think a lot before important things that I do, like for example, next week I have an important event to do. It's related to my work. And I started this week think about this moment, think about the things that will happen, but I don't know what happened. It's just an imagination, just things that I put in my mind and think that about possibilities. And I think about, oh, if my bus don't arrive at the time, or if I don't have a good explanation about my work, or if I don't know, guys. I think a lot about possible problems, possible opportunities, and my mind is always working even when I go to sleep. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So I'm an overthinking girl.
we are in the same club. It's exactly
Yeah.
like you described.
Yeah. And you, Isabel, how do you describe yourself without mentioning professional or physical aspects or life backgrounds?
Well, to start, well, I think I am a very communicative person, but I have a lot of colleagues, and I have kind of easily to start a new conversation or ask some questions. But it's interesting because about friends, I think I have not too much that if I compare with the persons that I know, for example, and I have kind of difficult to start a friendship, like a person who can trust and talk about a lot of topics. I don't know. I have some difficult with that, and I am a very organized and methodic person, so I like to, I don't know, put my things in the place that I like and organize my room. For example, 2 times in a year, I like to take off all my clothes from my, I forgot the word in English, but armário, and separate some clothes to the donate, some clothes that I will stay with me, and then I like to organize all my clothes, and I don't know this term in English too, but dobrar, very if a kind of specific method, so the clothes are very organized in my room if I do that, and I like to do this thing 1 or 2 times in a year. And let me think one more else. Um, well, when I was young, I really liked to draw things. I really like to draw, for example, I don't know this term in English too, but HQs, I think it is. Yeah, okay. HQ, so, or another kind of drawing. And because of that, one motive that I choose graphic design, but it's totally different. But nowadays I stopped to draw as I did when I was young, and I think it's a habit that I want to bringing back because it's very very nice, creative things, and you can create something and exercise your brain in another area. So I think it's very interesting too, and I think it is.
Thank you, Isabel. I think I'm an organized person too. And when you mentioned about your wardrobe, I remember that last week I organized my own, and I organized it with type of clothes like dresses or pants or t-shirts, and I put because some weeks ago I have my wardrobe organized for colors, but it was so difficult to find the things because it's all the things with the same color together, but to find a specific one is too difficult for me. So I changed my type of organization, and now it works. But have an organization, right? Have a method to do it. And about me, guys, I think I'm a curious person. I think it's because it's not because I'm a scientist, but it also because I remember that when I was young, when I was a child, I was a curious girl. Like if someone asked me something that I don't know, that I didn't know, I searched about it, and I think this behavior stayed in my adulthood, right? And I consider myself a persistent person, an obstinate person. I'm not a person that I don't know how to say this in English. I forgot the word in English. Give up. Yeah, I remember now. So I'm not a person that give up the things so easy. So yeah, it's a trait of my personality. And I'm an anxious person, and I think it's because I'm a overthink person and a person that is so organized, and I need to plan everything in my life. So if I have some appointment tomorrow, I need to plan all my day, but I'm totally flexible if the things that not occur at the same way that I plan it. So I have this balance in my life. Okay, and I think I learned to do it because in the past I'm not so flexible that I know that I am nowadays. So guys, let's move on to the question number 3. What key traits do you think define your personality? Fernando, start with you.
Basically the same that I said previously, like curiosity, being curious about things, being organized and methodic, as Isabel said. I can relate to that a lot. I am a Virgo person, so it's in my sign, basically. Let me see what else. Being overthinker is also a trait that defines me, unfortunately. And I am a trustworthy person. If I am your friend, you know that you can count on me always. So always that is possible. So I think this side of partnership, I am a good friend, or in a relationship, and so on. And yeah, well, it's good already.
Thank you so much, Fernando. And how about you, Leticia?
So I think that I am a justice person. I like to find a balance between things and solve problems without prejudicing the people or the things involved. I am an observant person. I am an introvert person, but depends depends on the people with I am. So with my friends, I am really extrovert, but with people that I don't know, I am introvert. I'm loving, as I say it, with the people closer to me. And I am a person who really like to study new things and to understand and connect things and technologies, because I think that this make more sense for me when I can create a connection between things, because I think a lot of things in the world is connected, and so understand something from geography and try to mix with chemistry and things like this. And I think that's it, in short.
Interesting, Leticia. Thank you so much to share with us your traits about your personality. And how about you, Isabel?
Well, as I said before, I think I'm an organized person. Let me see, maybe cool and talkative. Sometimes I think if someone asks me, for example, opinion about something, or this person has some problem and needs my help to say something, I think I'm sometimes uh, like objective and sometimes hard with that, because I say something like, "Oh, what are you doing? You do that, or you don't do?" I don't know. Sometimes I am this kind of person, so I don't know if I'm good with this kind of opinions. Like I don't know this term in English, but conselhos. But maybe it's something that I need to change. And let me think one more else. Well, I think I'm a loyal person too, with the things that I believe, with my family too. I try, and I think that's it about me.
Thank you, Isabel. We are with good people here. So nice to know about you guys. And about me, I take some notes while you are sharing your experiences. Like, I consider myself a person who is so resilient and so brave. And I'm an introverted person, and this explains the other trait that defines me, that I'm a good listener. So I prefer to listen to talk. But I consider myself a talkative person. If I in a group of friends, or if I if I in a group of people that I don't know so much, I start the conversation. It's not a problem to me to start the conversation and maintain it, or to maintain the contact with the other people. I'm not a shy person, but I have a side of myself that is more introverted than extroverted. All right. And I consider myself a person that really like to know about other people. So this explain a little bit about, as I consider myself a good listener. And I'm a kind person too. So I really like to help other people, and to listen to other people, and to help my friends, and what else? This type of things. And to treat the others with kindness. I think it's so important. That's it, guys. So let's move on to the question number 4. Which specific hobbies or interests that you feel define a significant part of who you are? Leticia, start with you.
So as I said in the last question, I really like to create or to find connection between different things, because it's more comfortable and interesting for me. So about my hobbies and my interests, I have a deeply difficult to choose favorite. I don't have a favorite music. I don't have a favorite subject at school. I don't have a favorite movie, because I can find interesting things in all the things that I meet, that I know. I don't know if you understand, but it's complicated to me. So define things that I like more, because I like all the things in the same frequency. I can say that. So I think this define who I am, because I think this behavior allow me to view the world with a holistic vision. So I can spend my vision to understand things around me, to understand the contexts that involve the things that I try to understand. So I think that's it, a holistic vision to world and to people, and that's it. It's a little confused, but that's it.
And I have a question for you. Do you feel that for you it's difficult to to classificate or to classificate a thing as good or bad, like, oh, it's a good movie or it's a bad movie? For you it's difficult, right? Because
Yes.
it's not totally good, but it's not totally bad, because you can see the both parts in a movie or in other people, right? It's cool.
Yes.
It's a good characteristic, I think so.
Yeah, so sometimes it's difficult because, for example, when I need to make a decision, it's difficult because I think, because I see positive and negative points in both parts. But in general, I think it's good because I don't like to live in extremes. So I hate or I love. I don't like it. So I think in general is a good thing.
Yeah, I consider a good thing. Thank you, Leticia. And you, Isabel?
Well, about my hobbies, mm, I like go to gym, but nowadays I'm just doing 2 times in a week. I'm trying to put one more time, maybe three. I don't know when growing up in the future. But it's something that I like. I work in a computer all day, so I use the gym to go out and do some activities very good. And let me see. Well, I like see series and movies, watch series and movies, and I really like to listen some podcasts too. For example, a debate or something like that with people that is more intelligent than me. So I use that to learn something and about a lot of types of topics. Let me see the last that I listened. It was about artificial intelligence. I don't know, but it's persons that are discussing about if this compare, and some people don't believe that artificial intelligence is staying the same parameter like humans or have this kind of intelligence, and it's a debate. I don't know, about 1 hour, maybe something like that. So I really like to listen that kind of videos and audios because of a podcast. And I like read books as well. And actually, it's a hobby that I try to do more, but it's something that I really appreciate. That. That's it.
Thank you, Isabel. And you, Fernando?
I'm loving this meeting because everything that you have said already, I can relate to. So while you were talking, I was thinking about those points. For me, it's difficult to answer this question because I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about this. It's difficult to define hobbies for me as well, because I start a lot of things as hobbies. For example, I start researching about something, and in a blink of an eye is not, maybe it's not a hobby anymore. It's like a mission for me. I have to go deep in that subject. So I don't know if this can be considered a hobby or not, but it's something that I do a lot. Study, research about things. and so on. But I think that I know that can be considered a hobby, and I have enjoyed all my life is music, everything related to music. And I think this changed a lot my life, because the groups, my friends, the people that I know, they are into music as well. Not just music, but art in general. They are very into it. So it's a topic for conversation. Is something that define a part of me. So yeah.
Thank you, Fernando, for sharing. And guys, I don't know about you, but I think when I grow up, I can see a lot of things that define my personality, and it become more complex to explain to you than maybe some 10 years ago. So for example, if I answer this question 10 years ago, maybe I will mention it about music. Oh, music is the thing that it's the top of the things that define my personality, because I'm so connected with music. But now, music have an important part in my life, but I have a lot of other things um, that are so important to my personality or who I am. For example, I really like physical activity, so I I really like to explore different types of exercise. So in a phase that I'm a running girl. It's so difficult to talk these words together. But I'm trying to run fast and fast, and I really like to do yoga. And a couple of years ago, I tried to swim and go to gym. What else? Several physical activities, because I'm an energy person, so I need to put my energy in other things different than my work. Because if I put all my energy in my work, it's not good. I think to put in different things in my life. And I'm a person that really like to take care of plants. So now I have a lot of plants in my house, but I have like a place that I cultivated some vegetables, and it's a different one to me. And let me see. I really like to search about fashion. I'm a fashionate person, and I really like to test different things, combinations of clothes. And I really like to talk about science and about daily life. And I think it's because all the most of podcasts that I listen is about daily life, about the people that are the hosts of the podcast. So I'm so interested about people. And I think this characteristic guide the other things that I'm so interested, like series that about daily life, films that are about real life. All this type of things interest me. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. About hobbies and interests. And I'd like to skip some questions and move to, let me see, to the question number 9. Can you share a significant life experience that has shaped who you are today? Fernando, can you start?
Actually, I was cheating for you. Don't ask my name, because I have no idea. Nothing comes to my mind right now.
For example, became a father. It's a life
Yeah, of
experience that.
course. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good tip. Yeah, makes total sense, because my life was completely changed in every aspect. So it was one of those moments. But yeah, I'm gonna stay with that one because I don't know another one.
Thank you, Fernando. And you, Isabel?
Well, it's very difficult because I think I consider a lot of experience that shape me. So I can't remember one that helped me do something specific because I think it's a lot of types of knowledge and experience. But maybe one that if I didn't did this type of opinion, or if I didn't have this experience, maybe nowadays I don't have the opportunities that I have today. For example, I consider it choose my course in my university. For example, it's in some things that in my course I don't like too much, but there's another things that I learned, and I have another experience outside of university that I just got it because I'm in a course, for example. So I think I consider that experience and these choose that I made in the past.
Thank you for sharing, Isabel. And you, Leticia?
So it's difficult because there's so many things that define us, and we don't know that then define us. So I don't know, but I think if I need to choose, I choose my childhood because it was this period of my life impacted a lot who I am now. Because I don't know, I think it was in my childhood when I experienced freedom to be curious, freedom to study, freedom. Children in general is freedom, and in a lot of situations in my life today, I try to think what my kids version do, because it's interesting think like this because I don't know, I think that's it. For example, the love that I feeling today for my family, it's because in my childhood I learning love with them. So I think that's it. I think that's it.
Thank you, Leticia. In my case, guys, I have a lot of experience that I can mention it, that I consider that shaped who I am today. But I'd like to mention two. The first one is when I started at the university. I think the periods that I stayed at the university, especially in my graduation, it was so important to shape who I am because I changed a lot my point of view of the world, and I changed a lot my point of view of the opportunities that I have, my capacities, and my potential. And the last one, I considered the experience that I have nowadays. Since I became to since I came to Rio, I think I changed a lot, and I changed my career. I changed my mindset. I changed some of my interests, and I became not a other person, but I think a version 2.0 of myself when I came to Rio. I think it was one of the most experience that I had that shaped me a lot. And when I when I will have like a 40 years, I will look to the past and maintain the same thing, like, oh, when I went to Rio, my life changed a lot and I changed it too. So I think these two things in my life changed me a lot. So guys, let me ask to you one more question, the question number 11. It's a quick question. If you have something to mention it. And the question is, can you think a book, move, or song that resonates deeply with your identity? And let me see, Isabel, can you start?
Sure. A music that represents me.
Yeah, maybe a music or a movie. What do you want?
Okay. Oh, it's difficult. Let me think. My God. Well, I don't know if represents me, but I like very much this kind of music because relaxed me, and I am a kind of calm person. Sometimes I have my crazy moments, but the most of time I think I'm like a calm, and maybe this music represent that feeling. And it's not a just one music, but it's artist calls Petit Biscuit. I don't know if I say correctly, but it's instrumental music, like electronic, but it's not like toots, toots. No, it's something different, more like lo-fi, but a different kind of music. So I like very much, and maybe represent some feelings that I have. So I don't know if represents all me, but I like very much.
Thank you, Isabel. And you, Fernando?
Well, it's difficult as well, like all those questions. But I was thinking about a book that I started reading 2 days ago, and I have had read when I was a child, which is Alice in the Wonderland. And I start to read again in English, and I decided to start with an easy book. But I think it's a good one to mention because of my curiosity. I think that I would jump into the rabbit hole, and also because I am a I don't know how to say that. I daydream a lot, so I imagine situations and overthink about it. So it's more or less like Alice. She thinks a lot of possibilities and she's very curious. So I think is a good example.
Thank you, Fernando. And you, Leticia?
One more impossible to answer, but I think that there's a movie called Before Sunset. It's it's part of
I really like it, the trilogy. It's perfect.
the most perfect trilogy in the world. But Before Sunset is my favorite and one of my favorites at all, because they talk a lot and I really like conversations, real conversations, when both pay attention about different subjects. I really like this movie. It's in short conversation all the movie, but it's perfect. It's a conversation about life, about people, about difficulties, about love, about random things. I really love, and I think that they can represent my identity.
Yeah, this is my favorite one, and between the three movies, this is my favorite one. And I really like the part that the girl mentioned about that each people are unique, and it's difficult to her to forget the people because each each people that pass through her life, it's so important to her, and to shape herself. So it's a good movie. So thank you to mention at this movie. I really like it.
Yes,
So
one more
go
thing.
on, go on.
It's interesting because we talk about things that shape us, but person and people during our life shape us as well. So I think
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
I totally agree. So guys, welcome again. And I'd like to know about you, Bianca. How was the conversation for you?
It was really, really, really nice. It was a deep conversation to me, changed me in some way. I learned a lot from the life experience that Andrea and João had. It was really nice. I really enjoyed it. And thank you again, Andrea and João.
And Bianca, I have a question for you. If you have to choose 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be?
Loyalty, persistence, I think, and pragmatism. I think I'm very pragmatic and workaholic too.
Thank you, Bianca, for sharing. And how about you, Andrea? How was the conversation for you?
Yes, guys, as Bianca said, it was a really good conversation. We share deep experience, and I really like this topic today.
And I have the same question for you. If you have to choose 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be?
Oh my gosh, stressed person, workaholic too, and determined person. Yeah.
Thank you, Andrea. And you, Victoria, how was the conversation for you?
It was great, like being in a room that the other person aren't your age, like the same age as you are, like has a lot of experience. So I know, like when I was answering the questions, I was thinking about myself, and I was okay. I don't know how to answer it. It's hard. And seeing the answer the other person who is in a different experience is really good. You start to thinking more about the things.
Yeah, I think it happened in all rooms because in the main room, some questions are so difficult to answer, and you need to stop for some moments and think about the answers, all right? And so difficult about to talk about ourselves, I think so. So thank you for sharing. And how about you, Alexandre? How was the conversation for you? You are muted. You need to turn on your microphone.
So I love the conversation with Victoria, Monica, and Bia. I love these classes. I think you need to set up this Wednesday 7 p.m. to have fun because it's really good. I'd like to say 3 words: happiness, curiosity, and gratitude. 3 words make me going ahead. Right? Thank you.
All right, Alexandre, thank you so much. And how about you, João? How was the conversation for you?
Oh, it was amazing. I also want to thank Andrea and Yanka for sharing their experience. And I also learned a lot with the. So the answer of the question, just 3 words.
I have a
think
different
that
question for you. I have a different question
okay,
for you. A
okay,
specific
please.
one. How do you envision your future self? Can you see you in the future? How you envision your future self?
Okay, I think that I'm still the person that I am. I think that I will have more hobbies, more activities in my life. That some of them I just set in standby to focus on career nowadays. And I see myself have a calm life, very defined routine. Also, I realized that I enjoy this too much, and still being as healthier as possible, and also very happy.
Thank you for sharing. Guys, unfortunately, we don't have time to continue the discussion. I'd like to know about each one of you, but unfortunately, I don't have time to do it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for staying with me in this Wednesday. I put on the chat the survey about this immersion, so you can rate this immersion from 1 to 10 and put some comments and bring some ideas to the next immersion. And I hope to see you again in the next Wednesday. All right? So
All right.
thank you
Thank you.
and have a
Thank
good
you,
rest of
Gabi.
the week.
Thank you
Bye bye,
very much,
guys.
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Have a good night.